Hello there. Just making sure I'm live because I can't quite tell if it's working right. I'm going to tag my friend Lynn because this is Lynn's question. She wanted to know, how do we approach and maybe market around fitness professionals, whether it's personal trainers or maybe probably not as much. Sorry, my brain's not working right now. It must be late in the afternoon, which is what it is. Movement therapist. I'm sorry. My brain's not working. I'm so sorry. But anyone who works with like bodies in terms of like the muscular system and what's working and what's not. So whether you're a physical personal trainer or athletic trainer or a PT, if you are interested in marketing to this group, I don't think it's really that much different than if you would be marketing to other people that you want to teach about the grand, wonderful benefits of non-diet work. And it's really important that we, at least this is how I handle it, is that it's going to be really, really important to a client's probably overall ability to stick with their training they need to do for strength, for mobility, whatever. Honestly, one, if they're well nourished, excuse me, if they're not overly stressed about eating, if they feel wanted and welcome and safe in that environment. And that's a lot of things that I know the gym environments don't know much about, or even going to a PT, because a lot of people are expected to be able to do everything, or maybe without pain, or be frustrated with the level of progress they're making. So as a non-diet nutrition professional, I think it's really important to subtly kind of bring these things up as you start to build some rapport. So the first thing is, like, again, be thinking about what you have to offer these people, these other professionals that would complement their services, what would make their job better and easier, what's going to help their clients get the best out of that modality by working with us too. So, example, I had a trainer, more like a rehab specialist, would reach out to me locally, and just he wanted a dietitian to help people with their bad diets, quote unquote. He wasn't that brazen, but it's what he was asking. And I said, well, actually, I kind of use a different approach to help people stay well nourished and be more in touch with their bodies and kind of take a lot of the stress out of eating. I would love to tell you more about it if you're interested. And that kind of turned into an email back and forth, and which was really fruitful, and educated him about weight stigma and people's fears about coming and not feeling safe and feeling criticized and not good enough in a very easy way. And not making them feel like the ones doing something wrong, but just from the client's perspective of having them, what I've heard from people who go to personal training, who go to not occupational therapy, but like physical therapy. There's the word, physical therapy. Hi, Kelly, that I haven't been able to think of for the last 10 minutes. Anyway, so physical therapy is that, our clients need to be well nourished to get the best out of the treatment they're getting from the physical therapist, from the personal trainers. And they want to know that they're going to a place where they're not going to be judged or criticized for their abilities, how long it takes to feel well. And then therefore, once they have two places where there's a lot of safety, you're starting to build a place for some real healing to take place. So that's what you want to be marketing, is that you're providing a space where people can get really, really grounded about their food needs, to get really in touch with their hunger and fullness, to be better nourished for the physical work they want to be doing with the physical therapist or the personal trainer. Now, I think it's a little bit more, totally, safety is it. I mean, we don't learn, we don't grow unless we feel like we're relatively okay. And so if we're on guard, we're on edge, we're not going to be fully present, and there's going to be more constriction naturally in our bodies. So anyway, I've worked with a lot of people who are doing personal training, and they'll come back to me and say, oh my gosh, like I told my trainer not to weigh me, but he won't let it go. He wants to do my measurements, or she wants to do my measurements. And I'll say, I'll be happy to talk to them, but I think that it's going to be really important that you keep the boundary of, like, I'm really here to have more mobility, more strength, more flexibility, and I really, really, really need you to, like, kind of, in a loving, I'm kind with even my boundaries. I'm like, I really need you to, like, I don't want to make that a big deal. That's not a focus of mine. It really just is, like, I need to be able to, like, move with less knee pain, or whatever it is that your clients are wanting. Coach them through how to explain that, but also be willing to be an advocate for your clients and say, this is what they're really looking for. They've been to other personal trainers that just wouldn't stop harping on their weight, their body fat percentage, their measurements, and only seeing, like, I'll say, like, I have tons of people who would love to be able to have a space where they can learn about movement. They can have somebody walking it out with them. But frankly, they won't sign up, and they might even have the money to do it. They won't sign up, though, because they don't want to be body shamed. They don't want to be harassed about their progress being about, body size and weight loss and all that. And so I would love for us to have this really mutual, I would love to have a really safe trainer, like a trainer that would focus on strength and mobility and better mood and well-being, and helping a client feel really competent, with their bodies. That's what I would love to have a partnership with somebody. And usually when you start doing that, the ones that are like, we're going to rise to the top to do that, they'll show up. The ones that it seems like that they just can't wrap their brains around it, and they keep like, well, what about the thing? I'm like, yeah, what about that? I actually have some literature about that if you'd love to talk more. I would direct them to the Health at Every Size work of, of course, Linda Bacon, and just in general, have them Google Health at Every Size, have them look at the Cooper Institute, his last name's Blair, about, like, people, regardless of size, if they get more physically active, their bodies usually fare better. And if we could let it go around the weight, people are still going to get stronger, get fitter. Their labs are going to be better. There's a lot of science that obviously we know supports that. So provide that information, but really, and then most importantly, listen. Ask them what are the challenges they're having with people that they suspect maybe have disordered eating, that really, maybe are complaining to them a lot that they can't lose weight, and like, you're kind of feeling it feels kind of wrong to harass them about it because they're already kind of in this shamey place, but they don't know what to do. Ask them the questions about where they're getting stuck with people. And then, of course, we can provide our non-diet alternative and how they can support, how we can all work together. And then, if I have clients that really want to, like, really push their level of fitness, they know they won't go do it on their own, you have a person to refer to, get consents for, talk back and forth. I actually have so that physical therapist I was telling you about, we've got a good relationship. I don't get a lot of clients from him, but he knows he has a resource for somebody who, and especially this person particularly is working with a little bit older population, but he sees a lot of people not eating because of stress, or eating, getting malnourished because of trying to get a smaller body, but they've been constantly told that, like, you need to get a smaller body to get, like, a knee replacement, or you need to get a smaller body just to move better, and that wasn't feeling right to him, and that's why he reached out to me. So, even if it's not, it's still an older population, but you seem like it's a problem. This person doesn't have the stamina to do what we need to do because they're not eating, or it could be, or obviously a younger population as well. So really listen, start asking questions about what they see are concerns. What do you think the issue is? And then if you can see it's an obvious, like, lack of weight neutrality issue, you can introduce that concept and how people actually fare better nutritionally with their self-esteem, with their body image, with their self-worth, and with overall can be consistent with a fitness routine if the goals aren't so much about body size decreasing, because we know that people are going to gain it back within 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, and so we just give them an alternative. So anyway, I want to celebrate one thing here real quick. Kelly, thank you for mentioning giving you local family practice. Woohoo! You got in with the manager. Kelly, the managers are the gatekeeper. So sometimes the physicians would love to talk to us, but they don't get the message because the staff isn't getting that to them, or whatever the issue is. So if we all can talk with the managers, that's usually a better doorway in. So congratulations, that's awesome. All right, so that's how I work with fitness professionals. One last thing, something that's been really, let's see here. I'm going to talk about Justine's thing here. So our wonderful private studios, yeah, Pilates is a really good one. Mine that don't focus on the size, but yeah, this is important. So please, if you have those places, Pilates is usually really good because they're really about form and function. I get that, but I've been in some that are really body focused and like, you know, leanness and all that kind of jazz. So, but they're usually more open. So those are great places to kind of like give a call up, talk to the business owner. I would go to the owners if you can. If you happen to maybe go there for classes, any place you all go. I got it. I usually meant Justine. Any place you go, whether it's yoga or Pilates or any studios that you can go, you know, talk to the trainers, talk to the front desk people, whomever, you know, works there or owns the place. Talk to them about what you do and just, you know, yeah, just let them know. You don't have to like do a sales pitch there or anything, but just let them know, like, hey, I do this. I do a non-diet approach. It's really helpful for people to be more in touch with their bodies. Just start bringing it up and see what they say, and they might be really interested. And usually that leads to like some kind of like little seminar you can do there, little talk. If it's not to like the whole community of patrons there, it could be just the staff. They might be interested in like learning how to kind of do a screening for disordered eating. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can come up from that, but just, you know, talking about what you do, but in a non-pressury kind of way, and not like I'm getting something from you kind of way, but just, hey, this is what I do, and just having conversations with people, you know. Last word I'll say is that like I am super pumped because it's funny, if you all get a chance to work with your local universities to look for interns, whether they're fitness professionals, nutrition professionals, it could even be med students who are really into fitness and all this kind of stuff, who have relationships with gyms and stuff like that. I love taking on interns only because it kind of, and I always do an exchange with like one of my programs. So my Attuned Eating for Attuned Living program, I give them all my stuff. I like here, I want you to have a good relationship with food too. Let's work through the program, ask me your questions. And they do all kinds of work for me with handouts or whatever I've been working on. But I also do meetings, and I had one intern who ended up getting a job at a really well-known gym, and she ended up making a niche for herself as a health at every size fitness professional. And she wouldn't have done that without, you know, going through like a basically internship with me for about a year. And she was able to like really create this really great offering for people that didn't have that before, and it's a really big place. And I know she's going to have plenty of clientele just because she offers something different. So anyway, that's another way that you might be able to impact people, maybe not directly through you, but through the fitness industry. And it's well worth your effort to have interns or just to talk to people about what you do and offer that. So I feel really, really excited about that. So I just want to offer that. Like, you never know what's going to happen when you let people know what you're doing, and it may not feel like it's quite sinking in. It might take a lot of time, but relationships take time as well. So keep nurturing them. So if you go to a gym, don't just do one class or talk to one trainer. Like, follow up with them. Like, follow up every 3 months. See how you doing. Have you noticed any more? Are you noticing more things about how people talk about food and body that you wouldn't have noticed before? And again, build relationships. So that's it for today. Lynn, I did this video for you. So if you get this, leave me a comment and know what your thoughts are and how you might approach things. So I'll talk to you real soon. Everybody, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, there's so many people live here. Thank you so much for watching. There's Ashley and Jody and Ellen and Justine and Kelly and Phi. Who else we got here? And I think Blair was on. Thank you all so much for watching. I so appreciate y'all. If there's any topics you want to talk about, please let me know. I'd be happy to dive in. So I usually do videos once or twice a week, but I used to do them weekly or every day, but people were telling me that like it was too much, they couldn't get through them all. So I don't want to waste your time or mine, but I'll be willing to do more videos again to talk about all kinds of topics if y'all want to watch. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.